beard and an axe. Getting ready to do a little smoking on my old country barbecue pit. Anyways, it's been a great smoker. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun. But anyways, we're gonna smoke pork shoulder, and I'm gonna show you what I do. Might not be what everybody else does. If you've never smoked anything before, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Usually it's kind of an all-day ordeal. When I smoke, it's usually 10-15 hours, because I figure if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it on a couple different items so I can put it in the freezer, have barbecue for a while. Anyways, hopefully you enjoy what I'm doing. You get to see some of the different rubs and different ways that I treat my meat and get it into the smoker, and hopefully we get to get that knocked out, and you get to take it home, watch it, and get to do it yourself and get to try it out. So it tastes pretty good. Can't wait to see you. Here we go. We're gonna get started. All right, here's my pork shoulder. I'm in the kitchen, and as you can see, I've got a lot of fat that's on there. I got to pull off and get it trimmed up. That's what I'm gonna be working on. Over here, this is what I'm using for my binder and my seasoning that I'm gonna put on the rub. This is my rub I'm using right here. I've not used it before, but I think it's going to end up tasting pretty good. Both my wife and I, we like the smell of it and taste of it. And of course, just some cheap old mustard for my binder to get my rub to stick. For my injection, to help break down that muscle, I usually use apple cider vinegar. It has great flavor. Way I mix it is I mix my apple cider vinegar for my injection, 1 cup to 2 cups of water, and then I use a Jack Daniels pork rub I'll put in with it, which I usually put about a cup of this in with my 1 cup of vinegar and 2 cups of water. And I usually mix it into hot water real good. That's the reason I put it in a mason jar. And then that's my injection, and that's what I'm going to do. I want to inject it. Now, while I'm outside, and it goes on the grill, which I'm going to show you the whole process here. When it goes outside on the grill, what I do is I'll baste it about every hour, 2 hours. And what I usually baste it with is going to be this Italian dressing. So basically the rest of that bottle of Italian dressing, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, a tablespoon of soy sauce, and then I've got some seasonings and stuff that I put in with it. And so, yeah, I'll mix all that up and show you how that works. And then from there, once I get this trimmed up, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the butt side of the shoulder. This over here is your money muscle. That's what they call it. I just call it good. So, all right, to be continued. We'll see y'all here in a minute. All right, so here we go. Got it all cleaned up. You can see there's the fat off to the side. The rest of the fat that's on that butt, the back part of the shoulder, we'll render all that off later on inside the pan, because later on we'll actually put the whole butt inside of a pan. When I put it on my grill, I'll lay it right on the grill. It'll be real juicy and really kind of inflate it, because this is my injection, and I'll inject it every about 2 inches apart, something like that. I don't take no tape measure, but it's, try to get it all injected in all the different places around the bone that's in there, because there is a bone in it, and down here where this big part of the muscle is, down through here. So this is about a 10-hour smoke that we're getting ready to do. Hopefully. All right, guys. Hey, this is a Stone ground mustard. It's just cheap. It's the grand value that you can get at Walmart. Usually what I do is I'll just take it, then my salt, my pepper, a little paprika in there. Got that all seasoned up. Here's what it looks like. Looks in the pan, ready to rock and roll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this mustard, and then you be very generous with it. Normally what I'll do is just take the lid off, because you use a lot of it. Then all I do is I dump it on, You can probably, wow, that's a lot of mustard, but this is your binder. It's what keeps all your seasonings, everything stuck to it. After you do that, you want to make sure and rub it in real good, all the way across, all the way down inside the muscle, all the way through it. Get it all down in there. And you want to do it all over the ends, all the way on the other side of it. You're pretty much going to use a small bottle of mustard to do this. It seems wasteful, but believe me, the end result is amazing. You just want to get it down inside that muscle. Get it all the way through it. After this part of it, and it's like I said, this is really not put in a big pan because it's messy to do this. I usually try to wear a glove so I can move a little quicker. Then basically at that point, you have your mustard on your binder. Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulties. We had, I didn't realize that had gotten some moisture inside my rub here. John Henry's Eastern Texas rub. So what we're going to do is basically just sprinkle that on pretty heavy, real good. Get it all in there. You're going to cover everything. Top to bottom, back, sides, everything. I say it's kind of messy to do it this way, but there's not very many other ways to get it done. So the other piece of this is once you get your rub on there, you really need to let it sit. You want your pork shoulder, you want that to get up to about room temperature before you start smoking. That'll give it time for like all the spices and everything to break down. Then also with the injection, it'll help break down some of the tissue to make it softer. Really just kind of break down tissue, so and plus the apple cider vinegar leaves a really great taste. Anyways, I'll get back to you here in just a second, and I'll show you the injection piece of this. Oh, okay. So a couple quick notes about when you're smoking. It's always good to have like a drip pan underneath when you go to put your meat on the rack. I forgot about that. I think I should go to the store and go get it right now. Well, hey, got the barbecue going. This is our pork shoulder is at room temperature. We're right now, come on over here and check out the temperature real quick. Our temperature's at about 120, 130 degrees, which is good. It's a good way just to get started. So that's my internal temperature on my smoker. So what do we have over here? Come on over this way. Come on over this way. If you look on up here. Look on up here. If you look, what we have is hickory. And the darker color over here is cherry, and then what's in the buckets is our hickory. Now we've been basically been soaking our hickory so it doesn't burn real fast. Basically, you have this drip pan in here that catches all the juices so that it doesn't roll out and get all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and take the meat on the very first half of our smoke. I'm cooking it right on the grill. Now on the end stage of our smoke, the back end of this, what we're going to end up doing is I'll put it in a pan and then I'll wrap it up wrap it in tin foil to basically increase the internal temperature so that basically it'll cook the meat the rest of the way through, because this is a big piece of meat that we're getting ready to put on this grill. So come on over here and watch. Come on over here. Come on over here and watch what we're doing. So as you can tell, I have my gloves on, ready to go. The best way to do it, just grab a hold of it it's gonna be messy no matter what you do. You're just gonna lay it on there. Just kind of make sure everything's good. Get all this good, delicious stuff. It's in here. Oh, it smells amazing. This smells amazing. Hey, I wish you were here to smell this because this is unbelievable. Anyways, so that's ready to go. All I got to do now is take these gloves off. Basically, we got everything out of the pan, ready to go, ready to get everything done. All right, here in a couple hours, we'll show you what we got. All right, everybody, we have been into this cook for about an hour. So you can see where I'm holding my temperature right now, right between 200 and 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So we got a good steady stream of smoke coming out. I got my vent on the side. It is partially closed. Meat, let's go ahead and check it out. I'll go ahead and see that temperature. I'll see it's dropped a little bit, which is good. And there it is. Man, that smoke got me in the eyes. Whew. So yeah, so right now we're doing pretty good. This is my son Jake. Jake's helping me out. He's over here. What are you doing, Jake?
Chopping wood.
Splitting wood. All right, guys. So I've made my base. So about every hour, 2 hours, I'll be walking outside and taking this base. Like I said before, you don't need anything special. This is just a dry rub I got from Walmart. Weber's dry rub I just mixed in. Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, zesty Italian dressing, and about a cup and a half, 2 cups of water you mix in there. So if you're measuring all this out, I would say probably a half a cup of the Weber's, tablespoon of Worcestershire and a tablespoon of soy, and 2 cups water. So if you're measuring that out, that's what you use. Like I said, all you're doing is just basting the top of that. Since it is such a long smoke, you want to make sure that your bark doesn't dry completely out. And the bark is all the seasoning and stuff that's on top of the on the shoulder, all that stuff that we put on there. So you're just going to keep going and just basting that every once in a while. Well, we're going to go out and go check out the grill and see how it's going out there. We'll see you here in a minute. All right, everybody. So there you go. See how kind of dry it is? That's your bark. You want to make sure that bark, you're taking good care of it. So what you're going to do is take your mop. You can buy one of these at Rural King. They're not too bad. They're pretty cheap. This is your base. Get that mop in there real good. Just kind of dab it on. That'll kind of liven it up. Kind of help that bark out. So if you've never done this, I mean, this will really, really help. It'll really help that bark out, keep it nice and moist, keep everything nice and moist. You know, like I said, this is a long smoke. It's not one of them things that's going to happen real quick. It's like I had a friend of mine say, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. All right, that's how you do that. Look how good that looks too. Oh, and it smells unbelievable. All right. All right, well, I'm gonna keep basting, and then you know, we'll check back in with you when it's all finished up. All right, let's see what my temperature is. So guys, this is what I've done. I've been basting. So I've been putting my base on. I've stoked my fire already. If you come over here and look, she's really starting to take off. I've also took out my my butt, or my shoulder, and I stuck it in a pan. So let's look here. Ooh, a lot of smoke you got seeing there. Okay, here we go. So I stuck it in a pan, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to increase the internal temperature so that it'll cook inside within, and so that it's completely done. One of the big things that you want to make sure with pork, it gets up to 190 degrees. If you don't get pork up to 190 degrees and you serve it, you will make people sick. You do not want to do that. And this is for my family. See, we're getting ready for Christmas right now. That's the reason I'm doing all of this too. And getting ready for Christmas. And we've been cleaning the house. My wife's been cooking. and I've been in charge of smoking this meat here. So anyways, I've got and the other part of that too is we're on the downhill side of this smoke. That's the reason I put it in that pan. We've got basically 4 hours left. After these 4 hours, we will, I'll be done, which that'll be about 11 o'clock tonight, and then I'll stick it in the refrigerator, let it rest, and then tomorrow we'll be able to take that and get it served, and we'll be able to serve it tomorrow for dinner tomorrow. So pretty excited about it. I'm excited about being able to do this. I'm also excited about sharing this with everybody here on YouTube. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. So as you can see, there's a lot of renderings that are in the bottom, and that's where basically the fat and all the juices basically go to the bottom of the pan. You can take these renderings, you can put them in a bowl to be able to set aside. So when you go to warm up your barbecue, you take them renderings and you pour it over the top right before you serve it. Usually for me, I like to let everything rest, put it in the refrigerator. The next day, then I'll come back and actually serve my shoulder, just because it gives it time for everything to kind of blend and go together. So, you know, at this point, it's ready to go. We're going to actually tear it apart. It'll literally fall right off the bone, and then we're going to go ahead and put it in a container, stick it in the fridge, and it'll be ready to go for Christmas tomorrow with my family. And so we're really excited about that. So if you like this, please like or subscribe my YouTube page, and hopefully you get to enjoy and you get to take part and do something like this and invite all your friends over. It's a great time. You can just kind of hang out and smoke, eat some barbecue, and have a good time. We'll be seeing you soon.